Take a look at your wrists for a second. Have you ever wondered why your arms still look skinny even though you've been training for months? Maybe your biceps are finally growing, but your forearms still look thin whenever you wear a t-shirt. So you start doing more curls. You buy a grip trainer. You train harder, yet your wrists barely seem to change. Here's what most people never realize. Building bigger forearms isn't about doing endless wrist curls or squeezing a gripper all day. In fact, one simple mistake could be holding you back, and there's a good chance you're making it every time you train. The final action in this video is what separates people who stay stuck with skinny wrists from those who finally build thicker, stronger forearms at home. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you 5 actions you need to do if you want to build stronger, thicker forearms, improve your grip, and finally see real results. Before you start training, there's one thing you absolutely need to understand. Not every part of your wrist can actually get bigger. Some parts can grow, others simply can't. Knowing the difference will save you months of frustration and help you focus on what actually makes your forearms look thicker. Let's get into it. Action number 1, stop trying to grow your wrist bones. Before you waste another minute, let's clear up one of the biggest myths in fitness. A lot of people spend months trying to make their wrist bones bigger with special exercises, but that's simply not how your body works. Your wrist bone size is mostly determined by genetics, and once you've finished growing, your bones aren't going to suddenly become thicker. But don't let that discourage you, because your wrist bones aren't what make your wrists look bigger in the first place. The muscles and tendons surrounding your wrists can become stronger and more developed over time. As your forearms grow, everything around your wrists fills out, making your wrists look thicker and your arms look stronger. You can't grow your wrist bones, but you can absolutely grow what surrounds them. So stop chasing miracle wrist workouts. Instead, focus on building bigger forearms, because that's where the real transformation begins. But here's where most people still mess up. They train forearms the wrong way, and it kills their progress. In the next action, I'll show you exactly what they're doing wrong. Action number 2, stop relying only on wrist curls. If wrist curls are the only forearm exercise you're doing, you're leaving a lot of growth on the table. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is thinking a few sets of wrist curls are enough to build bigger forearms. But your forearms aren't made up of just one muscle. They're made up of multiple muscles that work together to move your wrists, control your fingers, and strengthen your grip. That's why training them from only one angle limits your overall forearm development. Instead, build your routine around these 4 essential movement patterns. First, wrist curls. This movement targets your forearm flexors, the muscles on the underside of your forearm. Perform 3 sets of 12-15 slow, controlled reps. Second, reverse wrist curls. Flip your hands over and train the opposite side. This targets your forearm extensors, a muscle group many people ignore, but one that's essential for building stronger, more balanced forearms. Again, perform 3 sets of 12-15 reps. Most beginners stop here, and that's exactly why their forearms never fully develop. Third, hammer curls. Use a neutral grip with dumbbells. This targets the brachioradialis, one of the key muscles that gives your forearms a thicker appearance near the elbow. Complete 3-4 sets of 8-12 reps. Finally, reverse curls. These are one of the best exercises for building overall forearm size and helping your forearms look fuller from top to bottom. Use an S-bar or dumbbells and perform 3 sets of 10-12 reps. Together, these 4 movements train nearly every major muscle involved in forearm development. Relying on just one exercise limits your results, but training all 4 helps you build stronger, thicker, and more balanced forearms. If you're enjoying these simple, science-backed fitness tips, hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos designed to help you build muscle smarter, not just harder. But here's the thing, even if you train all 4 of these movements, there's one mistake that can completely stall your forearm growth, and most people don't even realize they're making it. Let's fix that in the next action. Action number 3, stop ignoring your grip strength. Here's something most beginners completely overlook. Your grip strength is one of the biggest factors behind forearm growth. Think about it. Every time you hold, squeeze, or carry something heavy, your forearm muscles have to work incredibly hard to keep that grip locked in. That's exactly why grip-focused training is so effective. Instead of relying on expensive gadgets, start with exercises that force your forearms to do the work they're designed for. First, farmer's carries. Grab the heaviest pair of dumbbells you can safely hold. Walk for 30-45 seconds, rest, then repeat for 3 rounds. Second, dead hangs. Simply grab a pull-up bar and hang for as long as you can while maintaining good form. Perform 3 sets, aiming to improve your time every week. These exercises may look simple, but they're incredibly effective for building stronger grips, thicker forearms, and strength. Master this action, and you'll be surprised how much faster your forearms start to grow. But even if you do all of this, there's another mistake that quietly limits your results. Let's fix that next. Action number 4, train your forearms more consistently. Even the best forearm exercises won't help much if you're only training them once in a while. This is another mistake that keeps a lot of people stuck. Many beginners train their forearms once and forget about them for the next week or two. And then they wonder why nothing seems to change. The truth is, your forearms often recover well because you use them every day for gripping, lifting, and carrying. That means they can usually handle more frequent training than many other muscle groups. Instead, train your forearms 2-3 times per week, giving them about 48 hours of recovery between sessions. For example, train them on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. That gives your muscles enough time to recover while still giving them the consistent stimulus they need to grow. Remember, muscle growth isn't just about training hard, it's about training consistently. Stay patient, stay consistent, and over time, you'll build forearms that are stronger, thicker, and impossible to overlook. But there's one final action that ties everything together, so don't skip the last one. Action number 5, use progressive overload. You can perform the best forearm exercises in the world, but if you're doing the exact same workout every week, your forearms eventually have no reason to grow. That's one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. They believe doing high reps forever is enough. But muscle growth doesn't come from repetition alone. It comes from gradually asking your muscles to do a little more over time. This principle is called progressive overload, and it's one of the most important keys to building bigger forearms. Every week, aim to improve something. Add one more rep, increase the weight slightly, or extend your farmer's carry by another 5-10 seconds. Those small improvements might seem insignificant today, but after weeks and months, they lead to real, noticeable progress. Apply that mindset to every exercise you've learned today. Keep challenging your muscles, and they'll keep growing. Now you have a clear game plan. Stop trying to grow your wrist bones and start building the muscles around them. Train your forearms from every angle. Include wrist curls, reverse wrist curls, hammer curls, and reverse curls. Build serious grip strength with farmer's carries and dead hangs. Train your forearms 2 to 3 times every week, and most importantly, keep applying progressive overload. Lift a little heavier, complete one more rep, or hold on just a few seconds longer than last time. Those small improvements may not seem like much today, but over the next few months, they'll help transform your forearms into muscles that look stronger, perform better, and stand out every time you wear a t-shirt. Now it's your turn to put these 5 actions into practice. If you want more simple, science-backed fitness videos that help you build muscle smarter, not just harder, hit the like button, subscribe, and join me for the next one. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge right now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.